So I want to really share with you what will be the best way to approach in designing this retargeting, meta ads retargeting strategy, especially for e-commerce. Now, in my opinion, retargeting is so important, especially for e-commerce businesses, because here's the thing. When you're running ads on the top of funnel level, you're getting people who are interested, who might be interested in your product. But once I click on the ad and come over to the website, most people will never buy at the first visit. Here, I would say almost 0% will buy at the first visit. So it's really important for you to retarget them. Now, the first mistake I want you to avoid when it comes to retargeting is do not wait for a week later or 2 weeks later, then only you start retargeting, because the retargeting is supposed to be a connection that is seamless. Immediately you go to the website and you leave the website, the retargeting ad should come out and follow this audience everywhere they go, on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. So the retargeting is really something that you have to start immediately. So that's the most important thing. Now, when it comes to retargeting, we can actually have multiple retargeting. What do you mean? Like, for example, if you capture this audience into your website using maybe a blouse advertisement, if you're in fashion. So when they're interested in blouse, they probably have browsed several blouses, but you probably want to figure out that, look, if you're interested in blouse, you probably will be interested in shirt or dress, anything, just think about this. And it's also beneficial to tell them that, look, we also have dress, we also have shirt, we also have top, we also have accessories. And we can actually do this with very, very minimal budget, because remember, retargeting will only spend not more than 20% of your overall ads budget, but it's going to bring you tremendous power, ROAS and conversion if you do it correctly. Because we will spend very minimal, but we tell them that, look, we have all these other categories available. It increases the chance of these people to come back to the website. And if they come back for the second time, it's a lot more likely they will probably make a purchase, because they probably found something they want. And of course, when it comes to retargeting, one of the important messages that you need to consider having is probably you want to tell them that, look, we have free shipping, and you can even offer them a voucher. Just tell them that, look, use this voucher to sign up, or to purchase, for a discount only for the first time buyer. So that helps you connect and with all these interested audiences and get them to purchase right away. So that's really the most important thing, the immediate retargeting. But when we talk about immediate retargeting, you want to make sure that you're not over retargeting. So when I say over retargeting means, let's say for most e-commerce business, in fact, I think your retargeting duration should be 7 days, maximum 14 days. Because here's the question I have. If you do a 60 days or even 30 days retargeting, because some people will believe that if I combine people, combine my audiences in the last 30 days, the audience size is bigger, it's a lot more likely to convert. The answer is no, because when you group over 30 days audience, meaning when I come into the website today and I don't buy, I'll be seeing your ad for the next 30 days. So whatever you have in there, I probably will see it a lot more times, and I probably will start hating your brand. That's the key. It doesn't really help your brand. It might hurt your brand. So that's the first thing. And second thing is, I don't know whatever you sell, right? But in my opinion, most e-commerce buying intent and all that fades away really fast. Meaning, if I'm interested in a pen right now, okay, for the next 7 days, I probably have bought from someone else or you, or I don't have the interest to buy a pen anymore. So you need to know when to let go. That's the key, right? So you need to know when to let an audience go. So that's really about designing an optimized retargeting journey for immediate retargeting. That's one part. You can have multiple ad sets retargeting with very minimal budget. Some of my clients has got 10 ad sets, but each one only spend $1 to $2 a day. Even if they spend $100 a day, but retargeting, if they spend $2 per ad set, that's only spending only $20, but the conversion is tremendous. We tell them, like I say, right? I have category B, I have the category C, I have other things, look at all these. So that builds a different kind of brand image in your audience, head. But let them go when it's needed. But of course, certain business would benefit from long-term retargeting. What do you mean by long-term retargeting? Meaning, like, you can follow your audience who have purchased, you can remind them to buy again. For example, if you're in health supplement, it's definitely beneficial to revisit this audience who have purchased maybe a month or two down the road, because they probably have finished their supply. You can tell them that, look, use this $10 voucher or 10% voucher to restock. That would definitely, convert this audience, because they've already bought from you. They've already been using your product. It's a lot easier for them to buy again. So that's one thing. So yeah, of course, for other things like fashion and all that, you can tell them about your new arrival. All right. All these are the very interesting strategies that you can apply when it comes to retargeting. It's really about optimizing the strategy part, because retargeting, like I said, especially for e-commerce, a lot of my clients has got double-digit ROAS for retargeting, but yet again, they're spending very low. But here's the thing, right? The whole idea here is we spend 80% at the top of funnel to bring all these new audience into our framework, into our universe. But the conversion really happened after the first click, after the first visit. So the whole idea here is we do not expect a very high ROAS from the top of funnel campaign, which is normal, because like I say, nobody will buy at the first visit, right? But when your retargeting done right, when you balance up, let's say if your top of funnel is having a ROAS of about 1.5, but your retargeting is having a ROAS of 5, when you balance up, you have a ROAS of about 3. That's really a win for us. So that's really something that you want to consider building, as in like a retargeting strategy that is optimized. And when this thing is built, it become a really like a ever-moving engine that will help you constantly get new audience and constantly retarget them to remind them to buy and stuff like that. So that's the optimized strategy that you want to build for your e-commerce business. So yeah, that's really about the retargeting. So you can actually do this yourself, but in case you need help, right, setting up, you can scan this QR code, because what I do is I help you design a meta ad strategy and I set it up for you with you. So once you scan this QR code, it takes you to a gig that you can pay and book a call with me. And before we meet, I will actually reach out to you to ask for your material, whatever you already have. And I will also visit your website, and I would actually kind of analyze your website, and I will design a strategy. I'll give you recommendations, like, how many top of funnel we should be using the best sellers or using the best selling categories and all that. And when it comes to retargeting, how many retargeting we should do based on the categories that you have, and how do we design the budget distribution based on the budget that you are planning to spend on your entire campaign. So yeah, and you can go back and prepare everything. We can have some back and forth email discussion and all that to get everything ready. So once everything is ready, then we will jump on a quick call. 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Yeah, this is a 60-minute gig. And I will set up the campaign over screen sharing on your ads manager. We can do this together. We can have discussion, and everything will be recorded. So you can treat this as your, like a personalized training for your business, that you can use this to train your team member in the future. So that's something that you're looking for. Scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you.